Okay, today's video is going to focus on how to download an updated configuration to either an AIM Solo or AIM SmartyCam. I'm going to use a SmartyCam 3, Sport 3 as an example today. Process is the same regardless of whether I have a Corsa or a GP or another SmartyCam model. Same process. So anyway, let me switch over first to the screen and we'll work from there. Okay. Okay, and now as you see, first step is to take the file that you have received or that you've updated and get it available on. So if I sent you a file, download the file onto your desktop or some other file folder. So I'm just going to go into at the bottom. I'm just going to File Explorer. I'm going to take the file I received via email, drop it in a File Explorer folder that I know where it is. In this case, I put it into a desktop and AIM export. So here's the file. It's made for SmartyCam 3, as I said, and I've got a name of it. So now I want to get that onto my SmartyCam. So how do I do that? So a few processes. So first I have to get my memory card out of my SmartyCam. Go ahead and put that in the computer. When it's there or before it's there is fine. Launch Race Studio 3. Race Studio 3, if you look at the icons across the top once it's launched, you'll see the second icon. So it might look like, you're used to seeing that. But if you see the second icon, click on it, that's where all the configurations lie. So that's how you're going to update your SmartyCam memory card. So since I have the memory card in, you can see down here it says SmartyCam 3 Sport. So now, okay, how do I get the file from that folder into Race Studio 3 and then onto the camera? Okay, so first step is once I'm in here, I'm going to click on Import at the top. Click on Import, click on it'll pop up. Again, point back at your folder and click on Open. Okay, it says successfully imported. Ooh, that's a hard one. And just click on OK. And here you'll see, here's the file I just imported. It'll show you the time over here. You can sort by date, just in case you're having trouble finding it. Double click to get the most recent on the top. And there you see, there's the file I want. Now, it's not, unfortunately, as simple as just dropping and dragging it onto your connected device. That would make too much sense. So what we're going to do is you'll see up in the top, there's devices. Most of you only have 1 or 2 devices. I work across a few. So you'll see multiple devices, my list. So I'm just going to click on the device you want to update. So if you have multiples, if you have your Solar and your SmartyCam, just click on the one you want to update. Now you'll see, because that file that I downloaded, just a few minutes ago, is for that camera, it will show up at of the giant list that I had before. These are the files that I can put on my camera. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, it's a little hard wording, but the word is transmit. Find the button on, so first select the file that I want to send to it, and I'm going to transmit, even though I'm not really transmitting. My card is in the card reader on my computer, but I click on transmit. When I click on transmit, you'll see the connected devices. It'll go, if it's a longer load, it'll progress across. It's all showing green, and it's showing that I transmitted successfully. Okay, so again, we downloaded from the email or from wherever we got the configuration. Made sure I knew where the file was. I then imported that file to Race Studio 3. I then put my card in, or had my card in already for my camera. And I selected the camera out of devices at the top. I then selected the file. and I clicked transmit. Everything works fine. I will get the OK message, and I am done with this step of the process. So now we'll go to the camera, and I'm going to shoot that separately. So we'll see that in just a minute. Okay, so now we're on the camera, and we're going to, so I've already taken the memory card out of the computer, put it in the camera, and started up the camera. So now you'll see that it'll be slightly different on each AIM device, but roughly you'll get the same idea. So basically I'm on the screen now. I see my configuration. I'm going to go into here. First I'm going to go into menu. So that's my selection. And I can go up and down through everything. You'd think it might be in settings, but actually it's in update. So go ahead and select update. And then your choices are update the firmware, update configuration, update tracks. In this case, we're updating the configuration, so I'm just going to select that. And you'll see that it's loading the configuration and it says all okay. If I then exit, so depending on how big, you can exit again, I'm back to the screen. If your changes were fairly big, you will see actually the revised configuration if the screen was changed. If it's something that didn't change the screen, then you won't see that change. But most often you're doing this to change the way the screen is set up in the videos. And that's all there is to it. Again, we put the card in, went to the menu, selected configuration, and update, and that was it.